It's time to warm up this climate with some high-proof rye whiskey. Hey, welcome back, Whiskey Questers, to another episode of Whiskey Quests. If you're new to the channel, my name's Antonio, and in this channel, I like to try whiskeys from all over the world. I also like to add a touch of water to each one of them just to see if it changes. You'll never know unless you try it. If that's something you guys like to watch, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with the bell notification so you can stick around for more videos. Let's move on with today's whiskey of the week. It's going to be Pikesville Rye Whiskey. Today's whiskey was provided by none other than the Whiskey Dude. So I'm going to be putting a link to his channel in the description below. Go check him out, give him a sub. So Pikesville Rye Whiskey will run you around $50 to $55, and it's a high proof rye whiskey. This one comes in at a whopping 110 proof. Hell yeah. Now this one is coming from Maryland originally. So it's considered to be the last standing Maryland brand of rye whiskey. Like I said, 110 proof at $50 to $55. And the mash bill on this, I believe, is the bare minimum to be called a rye whiskey, which is 51% rye. So I'll put the whole mash bill right down here if I remember to edit that in. So this one was around in Maryland since the 1890s. And then during Prohibition, they were forced to shut down. And after Prohibition ended, it was passed around to other people and they kept the brand alive. And this is now owned by Heaven Hill. And I guess it's technically now a Kentucky rye whiskey. So 6 years old on this one too. So let's get straight into the review with this one, guys. It's been a minute. Here we got a nice, I'd say it's a nice light copper kind of color here. And on the nose, you get a really nice aroma of, it actually reminds me of like a bourbon. Doesn't really smell that much of a rye whiskey. I'm pretty sure it has a high amount of corn on here too. First thing that comes up front, it's a nice honeyed aroma, like a spiced honey. Get some orange citrus, some cocoa, nice charred wood, and some sweet licorice in the back. Oh, it's a really nice smell. But let's get on to the tasting, because that is where this one shines. All right, cheers everybody. Oh yeah. Very first time that I tasted this just blew my mind. And it still does. Every single time that I try it, I still think it's a fantastic whiskey. Now, very first thing that I get up front is a nice smoky, that wood char really comes through. So it's really smoky. I get a nice, I'd say it's spicy. It's like a minty spice. I still get that orange citrus, that cocoa, burnt sugar, and the finish, it's just a long finish. You get a really nice buttery mouthfeel on this, and it just finishes with that smoky, that char and cocoa flavor in the very end. I think it's a fantastic dram here. Let's add a drop of water. I'm gonna add 2 drops on this, and considering it's 110. There we go. Let this sit here for a little bit. We'll be back in just a second. To you, it'll be just a second. To me, it'll be a goddamn eternity. All right, and we're back. Let's take a look at the nose here with 2 drops of water. Oh, I'm getting more like a caramel note now. Still that smoky oak coming through. some fruitiness trying to come out, but I'm gonna go with like a slight banana kind of note. Yeah, you still get that licorice in there. But yeah, that's definitely a banana note. Nice. All right. See what we get on the palate. Cheers, everybody. Definitely feels lighter on the mouthfeel right away, but it still gives you a nice mouth coating. It still feels kind of buttery to me, but at the same time it feels lighter. Not that much flavor coming through, to be honest. It's not as bold as it was before, but I still get that wood char. It's a little bit more toned down. That cocoa is still coming through, but that burnt sugar actually went away. Huh. Yeah, I get a nice chocolatey note mixed in with some light cinnamon this time. Yeah. Overall, it did get very light, but it's still very flavorful. I myself prefer it without the water. It's just really nice and bold. For 110 proof, doesn't really seem like it's gonna kill your palate or your taste buds there. So my final thoughts on this Pikesville Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. I don't know. Originally from Maryland. This one, it's definitely a pickup. $50 to $55, 110 proof, 6 years old. You can't go wrong with this one. If you're new to rye whiskey, I don't know. It all depends if you don't mind spending the $50. If you do buy it and it doesn't suit your palate, come back to it. Leave it alone for a little bit. Come back to it as your palate develops, because this is something that you can really appreciate, even if you're an experienced whiskey drinker, which I don't consider myself experienced. I've only been drinking it for almost 3 years now, so it hasn't been that long, and this is still one of my favorites. I tried it very, very early on in my whiskey quest here, and it never disappoints. So the score on this one, I can't help myself but give it a nice 90 points out of 100. It's that good, guys. Definitely pick it up. All right, Whiskey Questers, that's it for the review for today. Thanks again, Matt, for providing this awesome whiskey. 110 proof, guys. A couple of sips in and you already start feeling it. So if you like this review, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with your friends. Let me know what you guys think of the Pikesville Rye Whiskey. I'm sure it's a must in everybody's bar. So still drop me a comment below. I wanna see what you guys say. Maybe you guys recommend me trying a different rye whiskey that's maybe somewhere along the lines with this one. I wouldn't mind picking it up and maybe doing a comparison. So let me know down below. And again, if you guys have been watching a few of my videos and you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with the bell notification so you can stick around for more videos. Cheers, everybody. I hope everybody's nice and healthy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.